Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've not done a video in a while. I've done a couple of live streams but not done a video, so I thought I'd do a video about the sexy TV show Game of Thrones. Second episode just aired. I've finished watching it for the second time already. Been about a day so far. Second time, so I've thought I'd do my breakdown video of Game of Thrones Season 7 Episode 2, Stormborn. Right. So starts off on Dragonstone with Dany looking out onto the sea. Big storm out there. Quite Tyrion points out that it's quite similar to the one that she was when she was born. Dany is talking to Varys about the fact that he worked for King Robert, and that he helped try to have her killed. You can see that she's clearly starting to go all mad queen, mad king on him, threatening to have him burned, which he doesn't look too happy at. But then Melisandre turns up on Dragonstone, talking about the prince that was promised. Because when she's talking about the prince that was promised, Missandei pointed out that prince is a gender neutral term in High Valyrian. So it could be prince or princess that was promised, and Melisandre thinks it's probably either her or Jon Snow. I still think she probably thinks it's Jon Snow. Next, we head up to Winterfell. Jon just gets the raven from Dragonstone. Dany wants him to come down and bend the knee. Sir Davos points out that the pretty obvious fact that as fire kills whites, it would be pretty helpful having 3 dragons that happen to breathe fire. That would quite help in the fight against the White Walkers and their army. Then we head to King's Landing to see Cersei. She's gathered some of the lords, capital, to try and convince them to fight for her by reminding them who Daenerys' father was, being the Mad King, and the fact that she has an army full of Dothraki, Unsullied, and 3 dragons. And she's trying to just strike fear into everyone, and it's working. Like she had Unsullied, Dothraki, and 3 dragons. That's going to strike fear into anyone. Randall Tarly, Sam's dad, asks how she plans on killing the dragons. Qyburn says that they're working on a solution. In the episode, sorry. Jaime's then talking to Randall about making him Warden of the South if he helps. He swears his allegiance to Queen Cersei. Then moves to the Citadel, where you see Jorah with his grayscale in the Citadel. It's progressed quite rapidly. Now covers most of his chest. Archmaester Ambrose says that his mind will be gone in 6 months, and it'll take about 10 to 20 years for it to kill him. So seeing as he's a knight, he gives him 1 more day before they're going to ship him to Valyria to live out the rest of his days with the Stone People. So as he's saying that, he looks at the sword and sort of says he can spend that day how he likes, sort of implying that he can fall on his own sword. It's easier than becoming mad with grayscale. Yeah, then we go down to the room where the dragon skulls are kept. Qyburn's talking about Balerion with Cersei. He points out that Dany's dragons were wounded in the fighting pits of Meereen. So he says if dragons can be wounded, then they can be killed. And he shows her a giant motherfucking crossbow that then he fires through the Balerion's skull, and it's going to take out a dragon if it's fired properly. And then see Dany holds council with Yara, Tyrion, Olenna, Ilaria, and some other people, Grey Worm, Missandei, talking about their plan for attacking King's Landing. They say that they're going to attack it with the Dornish and the Tyrell army because they don't want to be seen as the foreign invaders attacking with Dothraki and Unsullied. Well, because the Unsullied are going to have a different job to do, and that is attack Casterly Rock. So that should be interesting to see. And we also get a scene with Sam back at Citadel talking to Archmaester about curing Jorah's grayscale. He says that the practice is forbidden. Sam disobeys that forbidden, and he does it on Jorah. So you see him putting back the skin and applying some paste to him. The scene then cuts us into Arya talking to the legend that is Hot Pie. Hot Pie tells her that the Boltons are no longer in Winterfell, and Jon Snow won the Battle of the Bastards, and he's now king in the north. She quickly heads out of the tavern and starts making her way up north to have a reunion. Winterfell, Jon gets the raven that Sam sent in the last episode about Dragonglass being at Dragonstone. Jon starts talking to everyone, saying that he's going to go down to Dragonstone to meet Daenerys. Everyone's saying that he shouldn't do it, but they need allies and they need Dragonglass. And then Jon says that he's leaving, and he's leaving the north in Sansa's hands. He then heads into the crypts at Winterfell, he's just looking at Ned's statue. Littlefinger starts talking about Catelyn and Sansa, and that's when he starts talking about Sansa, Jon grabs him by the throat and starts strangling him. He's basically just saying he's trying to get into Sansa. But I think she's wised onto his plans. She knows that he wants her, and she knows it, so she's playing him as well. But Littlefinger is like the ultimate player, the ultimate schemer in Game of Thrones. So it'll be interesting to see what happens while Jon's away. Jon then sets off for Dragons. We then get a reunion between Arya and Nymeria that we all wanted to see. Nymeria is the head of a wolf pack in the Riverlands now, and you see Arya getting surrounded by a lot of pack of wolves, and Nymeria sort of steps in, sort of comes up, and they recognise each other, and Arya says that she's going to go back, she's on her way back to Winterfell, and she should come back with her, and Nymeria's not having any of it, and she just walks off, and then Arya says that that's not you, sort of saying that she doesn't belong in Winterfell. She belongs in wherever she is, at the head of a big wolf pack. We then get the sea battle at the end with Euron, Yara, Theon, and the Sand Snakes. Decent battle. Euron's quite a badass in this bit. You see him take down Obara and Nymeria Sand without too much hassle. Then you have a quality bit of family time between Euron and Yara. Then we see he takes her hostage. Then we see Theon resort back to the little bitch that he is. Jumps in the water instead of trying to save Yara. He wouldn't have been able to do any, probably would have died anyway. But he jumped in the water, and that's how the episode ends. So I'll be doing a preview video for the episode 3 trailer. So I'll be doing that in the next couple of days. If you have any comments about this video or what you thought of the episode, just leave in the comment section below. And thanks for watching. Bye.